watching this as it is live, it has just turned midnight on January 1st, 2022 here in Perth, Western Australia. Yay! And I thought it would be a good opportunity to reflect on the year that has been and look forward to the year that shall be. And I thought it would be fun to bring you along with me. G'day everyone, welcome back to another Catch Up with Kiralee. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kiralee, and on this channel we talk about all things cosplay, costuming and sewing related. So first, let's reflect on the year that has been, 2021. Now this was an amazing year for me, in the sense that I accomplished so much. Now was it the most amount of builds that I've made in a year? I don't think so. However, I did something I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and that was I started my business. Kiralee Cosplay in 2021 became a business. And my oh my, it has been a wild ride. In January, I was looking for a new job because I decided that this is what I wanted to do. And in February, I went ahead, I quit my job and started a part-time role so that I could work part-time as my own boss. And it has been amazing. It was actually a three-prong approach. So there was YouTube, there was also running workshops, and there was also my little side hustle of Scrap Epic. And I'm pleased to say that I have completed 5 sales. So I do like big launches and a sale for Scrap Epic in this year, or rather 2021. I also started on Etsy, and then I've transitioned now to my own site to sell my wares. So I'll leave that in the link below as well if you're interested. Check me out and support me. Other than that, I did 39 videos for the public and 12 videos exclusive to my patrons. I made a total of 6 cosplays. I also made 2 pin-up costumes, and I went to 1 convention. Frankly, the fact that there was even a convention makes me very happy. It really has been a glorious year, and I want to do a quick recap on the 6 cosplays that I made, and I will link all of their making of videos down in the description. So in January, the first cosplay that I made was the Penelope Featherington inspired look from Bridgerton. I loved this. I watched Bridgerton and I was obsessed. I am still obsessed. I cannot wait for season 2. And Penelope was my absolute favorite character. Pen was just, she was just great. Like, she was this character that you felt sorry for, but you could also see the strength behind her, and then the big twist was revealed as well. And and it's also great to see that there's this character who is a plus size person, or rather mid to plus size. You know, they make her look quite large in the actual like outfits, but realistically the actress is really not all that big as such, and I talked about that in a different video. But it was awesome to see her in this role, and it was nice. It felt like, oh, there's a character that somewhat looks outside of the norm, and that means that I don't have to look like, you know, this wafer thin person to feel like I exist in that kind of look and feel and vibe, and I dig it. I think my favorite part of that cosplay was the fact that I hand colored in all of the flowers. It was a bit of a Scrap Epic kind of one as well, because I just used fabric in my stash, and that was a lot of fun. Also in January, I seem to be watching a lot of Netflix and Disney Plus because I made Wanda from WandaVision, her 1950s look. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need to make this, because already I was kind of intrigued with pinup, and well, more of that came in the year. But I saw it and I was like, I want to see if I can make this using a pattern that was actually from my grandmother's stash. And I found one that kind of worked, and I was really happy with it. I think my favorite look about this was probably the bow in the front. I thought that was very cute, and also the apron. I think the apron turned out really cool, and it was actually made using some old sheets from my childhood bed. So, hey, winning! That was another use only what fabric I had. Another Scrap Epic, come to think of it. Did I actually make anything that I bought fabric for this year? other than the pinups? I'm not sure. Then in April, Effie Trinket from the Hunger Games. Now this costume is definitely not one of my best works, but it was a fun adventure to try and make. So I made this outfit using the fabric sashes from Terry and mine wedding from like 6 years ago, I think it was. And it was really good to put that all together and find a way to make it work. And I created something that was Effie enough. It was based off her look from the first Hunger Games, and I made it and I wore it for a Hunger Games inspired event at a library, and it was a huge treat. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Would I be making it again anytime soon? Absolutely not. Would I make it very differently? Yes, I would. I absolutely would try to tell paths securely, do interfacing, give some structure to that jacket because it looked a little bit like a hot mess, but it was wearable. It did its duty. Thank you very much, Effie. I think I will probably throw you in the bin at some point. And as for my favourite part of Effie, I think it would be the fact that I was using sashes that were only like this wide, and I had to kind of piece it all together, and I think I managed to hide that fact quite well. Fun fact, that's the second cosplay I've made out of those sashes. I've had to get rid of the rest, otherwise I'll just be tempted to make more, and it's just not a great fabric to work with. Then in July, I made probably the most popular costume for this year, which really makes me wonder because of the fact that it was a very short turnaround, but that is Princess Magikarp. I think I made her in what, 3 days? 2 or 3 days? I would need to watch the video again. It was really short period of time. It was actually a very simple dress to construct, and I was super inspired by Marty from Scraps and Sequins, her outfit that she made, this beautiful princess dress, and when she explained the concept to me and I looked at her pattern, it was going to be easy to make. So I was like, yeah, I just bought all of this fabric. Let's just make a Princess Magikarp. And it was hilarious and it was fun, and trying to balance on those rocks after a torrent of water, like rain had come. It was like freezing, and we got up so early and there was so much water pouring down around me. It was a magical photo shoot as well, so it was a lot of fun. I have no idea what I'm going to do with her. She's currently rolled up in a ball like just out of frame here, and I don't know. I don't think she's something I'll ever wear to a convention because it would just be impractical to move in, and she's not exactly noteworthy enough to be able to kind of go to a convention, if that makes sense. So I don't know, she's just hanging out there for a bit. Before we move on, my favourite part of Princess Magikarp would be the sleeves. The sleeves make me so happy. I wanted to get that fin look and I wanted to make it really regal, so I did the waterfall pleats as a sleeve base and it turned out beautifully. Love it. In October, I finished probably the most complicated of the cosplays that I made this year, and the only one that was like from a reference image. I need to get better at doing that again. I've done so many own designs recently that I need to like get reference images, dissect it and make it, because that is a challenge and it is good fun as well. But that was my witch Tsuyu Atsui from My Hero Academia, and that was a lot of fun as well. She is my absolute favorite character. I think My Hero Academia is my favorite anime and manga. At the moment, I am completely obsessed, so I cannot wait for the next manga to come out so I can actually read it, and next season so I can watch it as an anime. I love it. And Froppy is amazing. Love her. My favorite part of that cosplay would be probably, I really enjoyed the bodice. It turned out much better than I thought it would. The hat was a learning experience, I will say that. But yeah, I did enjoy that. And lastly, in December, I finished my Christmas project, which was meant to be Christmas Sailor Moon, but turned into Christmas Sakura. Somehow, But you know what? I was just letting the fabric guide me after I made my selection, and the fact that that is a $2 doona cover that has been turned into that cosplay, it makes me very happy. I hope that you enjoyed that, actually, because that's just come out recently, and also the tutorial how to make the flowers. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed that. So that is all I need to say about the year that has been. Now we are going to move on to the year that shall be, 2022. Woohoo! Conventions are actually coming back, it looks like. Travel is going to be on the cards. I mean, realistically, I could go to another country. I do hope that can happen. There is one thing that I need to tell you right now. The direction of this channel is going to change again. Now, I will let you know that recently I have been posting one video per week all throughout December, and I want to try and do that throughout all of January as well. It looks like I'm going to be able to, and that's not going to be a problem. However, from February onwards, I'm probably going to have to go back to once every fortnight, and there's a really good reason for that. You see, it has been 3 years since I have done a big cosplay. And my friends, it is time that I do another big cosplay. Now, I realize that you guys haven't really seen my big cosplays, but I'm not the fastest sewists in the world. And when I do a big cosplay that is for a competition, I put a lot of work into it. These cosplays can literally take me hundreds of hours. So I have made both Flora and both Jennifer, and these are my two biggest cosplays, in the fact that both of these took each 400 hours to make. I'm sure you can appreciate that if I was going to make a 400-hour outfit, that's not going to fit into one video. And what's more is that if I was to cut out so much, you guys would be missing stuff, and also you'd be waiting for such a long period of time before you get a video from me. So that is why I'm going to be changing my direction. What I will be doing is I'm going to do more vlog style, showing you what I'm creating during that period of time, whether it be a fortnight or every month. Basically, it will be a vlog of how I'm progressing with this outfit until I get it done, essentially. I will also try to do other videos to kind of break it up a bit, and no doubt there will be small cosplays that I'm gonna be tempted to do, and they'll be whipped out in a couple of days. They won't be like very intense and very like, you know, lots of beading and sequining and all of that. They're gonna be really simple cosplays or like outfits that I'm going to create. But I really hope that you guys are okay with all of this, because I am so excited, guys. Like, I have been sitting on this idea for literally months, trying to make sure that, yes, I want to do this, because I don't want it to be another King Candy that's literally sitting over there looking at me and judging me. I'm sorry, King Candy, it looks like you're not getting done. I'm sorry. But it has lived rent-free in my mind for years, and I think it's time that I just need to make it. And I love this design. It is honestly a dream cosplay of mine, and I really hope that you will come on this journey with me. And I will also mention that there will be other videos that I will be putting out that won't be about this project, but it will be like talking head videos, or it will be, you know, comedy sketch or tutorials. Like, there'll still be that content as well, but I want to let you know that like my focus will be on this big cosplay. Have I built up anticipation enough? You want to know what it is? Well, it's this one. It's Sakizu's Takarazuka review outfit, the ladies version. I saw this a couple of years back and I fell in love with it the moment that I saw it. And there were a few reasons why I haven't tackled it yet, but I think that now is the time that I do so. I've got some really cool ideas for this one, guys. I cannot wait to share them with you. If you don't know who the Takarazuka review is, that's absolutely fine. I will probably do a whole video about it because it's a topic that I could speak about like so much. I love them. I did a university presentation on them when I went and did my postgrad. I also have studied them and heard about them back when I was in high school. Like, the only thing I've not done is seen one of their shows yet because they just never seem to be on when I'm over in Japan. It drives me insane. But yes, I will talk more about this costume and more about the group later on, probably end of January, early Feb, somewhere around there. And I love Sakizu. The work is just gorgeous. It always has been, always will be. I'm seriously so excited, guys. And it's so exciting to finally be able to share this with you all. Anyway, guys, those are my plans and my review of the year that has been. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please in the comments tell me what your plans for 2022 is, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!